Hi, welcome back. I've been using the Note 9 for a few weeks now. I thought it was about time for a review. So let's get some of the specs out of the way first. My last phone was the Samsung Galaxy 7 Edge. The fingerprint reader was down the bottom here, and while it was good, it's nowhere near as good as this one. The fingerprint reader is on the back, and it doesn't matter which way around you touch, it unlocks, and it's extremely quick. I'm very happy with the fingerprint reader. I currently have 2 fingers enrolled, one from each side, and it's great. The only real problem with it being on the back is if you have it on the table, then you need to use the number pad. That didn't work as well as I would have liked. I tried the retina scanning and that wasn't too flash. It needs to be at a certain angle, so if you have it in the car in your car holder, then you're always trying to get the right angle and the right distance away to open your phone up. So I will just stick with the fingerprint and the pin. I also tried the face recognition, but, and this is what people don't tell you about face recognition, at least on the Android phones, is if you have your phone connected up to an Exchange email server, whether it's Office 365 or not, then face recognition is not deemed secure enough. Fingerprint, yes. Pin, yes. But face is not secure enough. And as soon as you connect up to an Exchange server, the face recognition to unlock the phone is disabled. So I primarily use my phone as a work device. I have 5 or 6 email addresses loaded on it. I use it for recording. I use it for recording videos for YouTube. I use it for taking photos for work, for if I need to get serial numbers, remember serial numbers or error codes or something while I'm going backwards and forwards. Email addresses for my various email accounts. I don't use it for too much other than that. One thing that I do like, and I have missed, is the pen, the S Pen. I previously had a Note 4 and I like the pen. I don't use it that much, and I would say a lot of people probably wouldn't use it apart from the new features that it incorporates. But it is handy. You can use it to write notes directly into OneNote if you have an Office 365 account, or not, but OneNote works with the S Pen for taking handwritten notes or drawing or what have you. So that's very handy. The battery. The 4,000 milliamp battery is fantastic. I used it, I had the screen on almost for 6 hours and it didn't drop below 50%. I don't know exactly how long the screen on time was for, but I had it on a lot, and it wasn't just on, I was doing things with it. And the 7 Edge that I had, S7 Edge, same sort of usage. I'd have to be recharging it before I left to go home. It's fantastic. The camera, as I said, I don't really use it as a professional for taking cameras to go for the wow factor of the stills. I do take videos on it using the 4K video recording, but the camera is rated third equal on the DxO mark. DxO is a group that take all the mobile phones and do a series of tests with the cameras and rate them from top to bottom. The only ones above the Note 9 was the Huawei P20 Pro and the iPhone XS Max. Speaking of video recording, when you record, and it's not just the Note 9, it's previous versions, the S9, the S9 Plus, the Note 8, the S8. When you record in 4K at 60 frames per second, it limits you to 5 minutes recording time. If you drop it down to 30 frames per second, you get a whopping 10 minutes of recording time. If you do 1080, where is it? I have some notes here in front of me. So 1080p at 60 frames per second, you also get 10 minutes. All other resolutions, there is no limit. So it's a bit of a bummer. There's no indication that it's going to stop. It just stops. Some sort of indication would be nice. Like maybe flashing the flash twice. You're not really going to use the last 10 seconds of film anyway. You'll probably have to record it because you'll be in the middle of saying something. Yeah. So, but other than that, the camera's fantastic. I love it. There are some mods that you can get to remove the 5-minute recording limit, but in order to do that, you have to root the phone. And I'm not really one for rooting equipment. Wireless charging works as well as it did with the S7 Edge. Love it. The only one problem with it is in the car. I have a wireless charging mount in the car. When it gets too hot, especially when it's in the summer and there's direct sunlight directly onto the back, it will stop. It'll pause. It'll come up saying wireless charging paused, wireless charging started, wireless charging paused. So you either need to stop the charging, live with it, or change it to wired charging again. The main issue with that is I now have a different port for charging. With the USB-C on the new phone, the wireless charger in the car uses the micro USB. So, it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but hey, I can learn to live with it. The speakers are nice and clear, and the phone retains the headphone jack at the bottom, which a lot of people are getting rid of. This does have the clear case that came with it, so I can keep it nice and protected. It even protects the screens from scraping on the ground or on anything if it falls that way. It's a clear screen. It was free. I'm happy with it. So the S Pen has a Bluetooth link with the phone. It does get charged. It has a capacitor battery in it, and it charges just by inserting it and while it is in the phone. Pushing the button, you can take selfies with the phone.
Let's see, can I get this to work? Maybe I need to unlock the phone. Unlock the phone. I can't use this app. Why can I not use this app? Ooh. Ooh, screen light. Allow.
Or I can actually write directly on my screen. Not sure what sort of use that is.
Now what I have had, not the ringtone, don't want Bixby. Let's try this again. Oh. I'm not sure if you can hear this. I'll try it again.
But it's just one of the bits of attention to detail that Samsung have. Hang on for a second. Oh, I can't spell. But the phone is fast. I love it. It just works for me. Just works. Getting used to not having a physical home button. Again, you have mail. Again, on the S7, there was a physical button that I had to push to go home, but I'm getting used to not having that. It's a big phone. Don't get me wrong. It is a big phone. It is a big phone. But it's not too big for my big head. And so it doesn't feel so overpriced, especially seeing as how I have had the Note 4 in the past, which was almost the same size. And it hasn't fallen out of any of my pockets yet. Okay, Google. Oh, look at that. It knows. No, it doesn't. Okay, Google. It's listening. Are you listening?
Here are some matching videos.
Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, Google just works. And it's just worked the same as it has on the S7. I tried using the Bixby and the Bixby button, and I don't know whether it's because I'm in New Zealand and it can't understand my accent. Okay, Google, no problems. In fact, it just keeps going off whenever I'm trying to tell you this. But the Bixby just does not work. Does not work. Wasn't terribly impressed. Is there anything else? So what I've covered the speed. The speed, it's just speed's fine. No problems with the speed. It's fast. It's fast. It's accurate. It does what I need. You can choose your own ringtone, easy peasy. Just load up some songs and choose a song to be your other ringtone, or if you don't want it to be a song, just copy another bit of audio to your phone as an MP3 or something like that. Point it, and it goes. It's great. It's got mine is the 128 gigabyte version. I've still got 88 gigabytes of free space. I have a 32 gig micro SD card. I can always upgrade that to a 512 if I really feel the need. But at the moment, I have no problems with the amount of space. And having the 6 gig of RAM as opposed to the 8 gig of RAM, to be fair, because I don't have the 512 version, I don't know if there is any actual speed difference, but it's a great phone. It's a great phone. I would highly recommend it to Possibly not a lady, because in the past the ladies have said complained about their phones being too big and not fitting in their handbags and being too heavy. It's not a light phone. I don't think it's particularly heavy, but it is a big phone. I love it. I love it. It's great. I recommend it. There you go. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, cheers, bye. Hi, thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe using the subscribe button below. Also, to be notified for future videos, hit the bell.